Yo, 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 what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, I already know it's peace and blessings. See a couple of y'all in here already. Anita, what's going on, baby? Tanya, what's going on, baby? Give y'all a little bit of time to tune in case these notifications ain't go out. First things first, y'all already know. Hopefully everybody is having a blessed and productive Monday so far. Swoop, what's going on, baby? Yeah, y'all hear the ambulance already, and I ain't even outside. Just got in the house. Been one of those all day. Pixie, what's going on, baby? It's been a long, busy morning, but got through it. And at least I know I don't got to be to work too early today, so I'm happy. Um, but hopefully everybody's having a blessed and productive Monday. I know it's Manic Mondays for most of y'all. Tamika, what's going on, baby? Appreciate everybody that tuned in yesterday for the conversation. And definitely appreciate everybody that tuned in last night for the music. I wasn't trying to come on the backup channel, but apparently y'all didn't get the message when I said I'm trying to go on Twitch. No, but it's all good though. We still rocked out last night until they interrupted us almost at the 2 hour mark. But nonetheless, had fun as always. If you missed yesterday's convo, you catch the replay. I was supposed to do a discussion last night, but I felt today was going to be a little bit better. Only because I actually fell out well after the music live, and I couldn't really get my thoughts clear on a few things. I want to iterate this again about safety at all costs. Ladies and gentlemen, and I'm saying it on both ends because there's some brothers who don't know what's what until it's too late. Please, again, make sure you're vetting who you are deciding to build any type of anything with. I would say in certain instances, definitely do some sort of a background check. Keep hearing stories about situations that really shouldn't even be happening, especially around the kids. You know? Once you find out, and I'm saying this again to the men and the women, once you done found out a specific background and find out something that's unsavory, especially when it's coming to a registry, you should automatically get yourself far away from that situation. I heard a story about somebody being with somebody. That person got locked up. This person finds out they was pregnant while the person locked up. They didn't know what they was locked up for a little while until it came out. And then, yeah, the unsavoriness. I feel like this. Let me put this up because I know my mouth. I know my mouth. My damn mouth. I feel any type of sexual crime and you're on a registry, whether it was towards a child, a minor, or an adult, it doesn't matter. You don't need to be around people at all. The reason why I say that's a problem is because, again, you can't trust somebody like that. You don't know what they thinking or what they could be thinking. And we know certain situations, people end up not so much as being on registries, but catch charges like that on some BS. Some, not all. But if you know for a fact that person is a minor and you still did whatever, yeah, you need to be exposed all the way around. And you don't need to be around anybody. I'm sorry, not even the babies, because you can't be trusted. We don't know what the hell you're thinking or what you could be thinking. And you have some women and some men that will put these type of people in their lives and not think. Some are even going to the point of marrying somebody, knowing that they I've seen some stories where people have married people who was behind bars, and they behind bars for those reasons. Why are you marrying somebody that you know is on the registry? You can't be that hard up for love. I'm sorry. I know the world is rough when it comes to dating and everything else, but you cannot be that hard up that you would actually even go to the point of marrying somebody that you know is a sexual predator or an offender, period. Dawn, what's going on, baby? Anita, you always late and early, but it's all good, baby. You all here though. Um, and I had to push the cipher back. I was going to do it this morning, but yeah, my brain was on Incredible Hulk mode, so I couldn't process and think the way I wanted to. And I ain't want everybody thinking I was mad at y'all. And y'all ain't even have nothing to do with nothing. Nexie, what's going on, baby? Um, Again, you have to be mindful and even dig deep sometimes. You don't know what is lying around behind somebody's background. You know, some things can seem perfect, but again, you would have to definitely do your homework and your research. The stories that I've heard about, and I remember even when I was younger, I used to be like, "Are you kidding me? Wow." Neff, what's going on, baby? Hope all is well with you, baby. I gotta catch your upload. I think did you do one last night, Neff? I was trying to catch everybody's stuff even after my music because I had God kids over too yesterday. And the youngest one then started running around, pulling stuff, slapping on stuff. Little George Lopez looking mother. Still love him though. Still love him. The God kid, you know. I had a whole family full in here yesterday. Hence why I had to do the music kind of late. But yet and still, we had a good time, you know. But you know, again, because there's even some fellas that have gone that deep too, like not marrying or getting or even trying to build or even be around somebody that I know is on a registry. I don't care. I can't do it. Well, yeah, what's going on, my guy? Don't laugh, Swoop. That ain't funny. I still love the little taco crunch, but he doing too much yesterday. Actually started talking back to me. I said, okay, that's what I'm talking about. Got a little warrior. Another one in the process. Nah, dog, that's the little one, you know. Shoot. And my goddaughters and the youngest godson here, so yeah, you know, it's all love. You know. Riders, what's going on, baby? Who else popped up in this chat I ain't see pop in? Who over here sneaking dissing and sneak geeking over here? I'm messing with y'all. I hope everybody is enjoying their Monday though, for real. I don't know. This morning I really was trying to do this and I couldn't. Because like I said, I hate hearing stories like that. Even when it seems like it's close to home, you hate hearing stuff like that because it really makes you think. What would possess you? It can't be that much love in the world. And prime example, even if you found out something about somebody, even if you found out you was pregnant, or you find out whatever you need to find out, your thing is get the kid and get whoever away and give awareness out when it's supposed to be given out. Hold on, somebody else popped up in here too. Miss Khadijah, what's going on, baby? It's been a minute. Hope you all right, baby. See y'all on here this afternoon. Yeah, I couldn't get my thoughts straight because again, I hate hearing stuff like that. You know, and that's the worst thing again. Being around somebody and not knowing this is what they're doing or this is what they was arrested for. Like that's eeriness in its best. Wanda, what's going on, baby? Be safe on that road, baby. But you know, it's crazy because again, they what really be going through the mind process of some people. Now, again, I know this world is eerie when it comes to dating and finding somebody. Some people probably feel like they done been through the ringer. whatever is presented to them, they'll just take it. But you still should be mindful, because even when things seem too perfect, it might not be. Yeah, Nexie, because again, it's like, even if you, prime example, again, if you happen to have got as a woman, if you got pregnant by a dude, this dude done got arrested, and then you find out what he got arrested for, why keep it a secret, or why try to even negotiate anything? Doesn't matter if the attack was on a child, a minor, or an adult. I still feel like that's hard to trust. Sirius, what's going on, baby? Sunshine, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you, Miss Khadijah, baby. I know you ain't just cartwheel out the damn chat. I know you ain't just cartwheel out the chat. See, shout outs to the cartwheel twins, wherever y'all at. If y'all shadow watching, y'all done got a nice little wave of people starting to cartwheel out here now. They must got the good old knees, the good old cartwheel knees. Um, yeah, I had to catch myself this morning because I was really on one. I heard something that was just disturbing, and that part right there is even disturbing. You know, if you know what the situation is with a person, you need to let that be known, because that's not right. You you hovering around, or you being around somebody, and this is what it is. Like, wait a minute, so this person is on this list, and you wasn't gonna say nothing? Miss T, what's going on, baby? Never mind, I ain't messing with you, Neff. I knew it. God damn it. Y'all over here sitting there cartwheeling. This ain't Club Nate right now. D Truth, what's going on, my guy? They already know if y'all just tuned in at the like button. But this again, and I want to say this on all angles, even with the fellas. Again, we know some things is hard in life. You trying to find somebody that matches everything, but also, you want to make sure that they're good on all angles. But you also got to make sure you're doing a background check. If somebody had just came home, even if it's recently, find out what it was that they was arrested for. You know, because imagine if you was trying to help a person out, and then you wondering why you can't help them out to a degree, and then come to find out that's why they can't get what they want to get. I feel if you're a sexual predator, offender, whatever, yeah, certain jobs you ain't gonna get off the rip, because the people are gonna have a hard time trusting that. If you was on that registry, there's no need for you to even try to apply for a job where you might be around kids or even other people that you can harm. Nah, go find you something else, or just leave out of society. And again, I've always felt when you hear stuff like that, they should be exiled out the damn country. They should be exiled. They should. That's the worst thing in the world. Again, you come to find out you've been around somebody, or you could be with somebody, and this is what they're doing. Even on a friend level, nah. You got to expose that. Sad part about it, you got some people who keep it under wraps only because they feel they don't want certain people to know and overreact. But then again, sometimes you still need to let somebody know. You never know what the hell could be happening. It is really time again for the protection of kids at all costs. And again, single parents, be mindful of who you putting in your child's life. Or if you already got a child with a person and you find out this is what this is, and no, keep your child as far away as possible. Said this a long time ago. Only way I feel a man or a woman should not be around their children is if they are a danger one way or another to their children. or just the danger to people, period. Even the teens, because again, you got people that prey on differentness. You got those who prey on kids, you got those who prey on teens, and you got those that just prey, period. It doesn't matter. Those are the type of people they need to be up out of society. When they try to say, oh, people deserve a second chance, not if it was that. If it was that type of crime, nope, there should be no forgiveness at all. It's real crazy though. Blanco, what's going on, my guy? What's going on? Again, this is the saddest thing about it again because some people really just don't care. And it's starting to see more and more of that. People don't care. Some people would really be, I don't care, I'm hard up, I gotta be with somebody. No, how about you be with the right person? It goes back to what I was saying. Vet out who exactly you trying to build with. If things seem eerie, out of pocket, or just it seems strange, then not so much question it. Make sure that there's nothing underlying that you're missing. I remember one story. The guy definitely thought he was happy. He was married to this lady and all of that. And come to find out, her little fairy tale wasn't what she thought it was going to be. Her fairy tale was definitely crushed, and so was his. He thought he found the perfect one and all of that. And come to find out, after having kids, he found out she was in a whole nother state on the registry. So how does that feel for a dude? I gotta take you away from your mother because your mother could be a possible danger. And the possible danger was she was her crime was on a child. Word, what's going on, my guy? So again, that's a shock and that's a heartbreaker to a degree because guess what? You wasn't expecting that. Your life just got turned upside down. You have people who try to hide those crimes, but you can't hide those when it's on paper. And again, guess what? No matter where you go, even if you thought to file for a job or anything, that's going to be the first thing that pops up is that you're on the registry. And this is the thing. It's not even just, just imagine that. You think you got you a perfect, cushy life with somebody because everything seems to be good, and then you find out it's not so good. Anita, that's because your mind be busy. That's why I just came back in the chat. It ain't gonna knock me out though. I'm a cyborg, remember? Well, nah, it's gonna knock some people out. You need melatonin. That's what I should have did. I should have got you some melatonin while I was outside. Anita, we gonna ship you nothing but melatonin. You're gonna go to sleep, damn it. But again, just imagine if your world was turned upside down and it was just that reason. How would you react? How would you even feel? You know, again, be mindful of who you put in your life and what you present in your life, period. Sad because at the end of the day, now look, it's kind of like, again, like I said earlier, family structure being broken up. And it's partly being broken up because of that. But the main thing, again, is just, is never. ever acceptable to even be with somebody that you know or think could be on any one of those registries, period. I've always felt once you done went and took that ultimate plunge into that world, everything that you thought you should have, you're not. Fellas, be mindful. Same thing with the ladies. Be mindful. Remember that live I told y'all a while back. Remember, just imagine you married to somebody this whole time, kids and all, and then later down the line you find out he a whole damn predator and a freak. Cameras everywhere that you wasn't noticing the cameras at, and now everybody being videotaped, even down to the private moments. Like, come on, Shiggy, what's going on, baby? That is crazy though. Again, your world being turned upside down because of people like that. I'm sorry, but it pisses me off again because this is why I said everybody in the neighborhood exactly should be vigilant as hell. Make sure your neighbors don't got nothing going on they ain't supposed to be going on. Make sure there's no type of physical abuse, sexual abuse, any of that. Because again, look who's essentially hurting or in the midst of all of this: the kids, the teens. Like, that's not right. And for some people, I know it could be embarrassing because you're finding something out like that. You might not want to, even if you move on down the line, right? You probably might not want to even tell the person you with what the situation is with your child and how they became. But then again, you would have to, because if somebody's being in your life, yeah, they're gonna want to know everything. They're gonna want to know everything down to the smallest detail, so they know what to look for and how to maneuver and prepare for things, man. Yeah, I gotta catch a few of yours. Every time you seem to be throwing up them videos, I'm live, son. I'm messing with you, Shiki. But I gotta catch a couple of your replays too. Don't worry. A lot of y'all I'm trying to catch up with. It's been a busy week and a weekend and a half. I'm sorry, but that it disturbs me again because it's like, again, the kids are in the midst of turmoil. There's some kids who are probably wondering why they can't be with their parent, and then you come to find out why. Like, it's definitely a choice, but it's also sickness. Anytime you think you could do anything to a child, a teen, or even an adult, there's definitely something wrong with you. Your spirit is gone. That means you still had time to think and you didn't care. All it was about the thrill of whatever for that moment. These are the people who need psych evaluations, but also stay their asses locked up forever. Because in my opinion, you're just as despicable as the murderers. Yeah, you're just as despicable as the murderers. Even if you didn't commit, you still committed a physical crime regardless. Because any type of attack, that's a physical crime, especially along those lines. And this time era right now, y'all got to be more on point and more in tune again with what's going on. Even down to when people are moving in your area, make sure that there's no. That's why I said get to know your neighbors. Make sure that none of your neighbors is on none of them registries that you need to be fearful for. Because again, if you got kids or even young adults, you don't want that type of You don't want that type of sickness plaguing around your area. And I've always said this, and I still stick to this. You got to be mentally sick if you thinking you could go that far on any level. No doubt, Anita. Appreciate you, baby. Appreciate you for dropping those links. Serious, baby. Yeah, I had to catch myself this morning. Because I really couldn't get my words out. I'd have literally been sitting there just hella mad. Or just on spaz mode for no reason. Not that it's not for a reason, but I wouldn't want to be spazzing and giving out my attitude to people that don't got nothing to do with it. Again, be mindful and be wary of what you're doing and how you doing things. And again, be wary of who you got around. Even again, for you single parents, be mindful of who you putting into your life, and especially around your kids. I get sick of hearing stories about either it's a step parent involved where kids are getting hurt, or the actual parents involved when somebody's getting hurt. That is the worst of the worst, for real. You know, and it's sad because it's like you literally got to watch almost everybody. Shoot, even down to your local policeman. Because I remember that story about that cop messing around and getting that young one pregnant. Like, what the hell? Like, what's going on with y'all, man? Why do y'all feel that's the best thing to do? What can somebody that's underage do for you? You gotta ask yourself that question. If you really just that sick and cold hearted, yeah, you don't need to be in society for real. You are a danger and a liability to everybody. Didi, what's going on, baby? And that's the worst thing. Again, not knowing who your significant other is. Oh man, my fault, y'all. 'Cause it really don't make sense. Like some of y'all gonna have to have a clear mind in what you know. There should be no reason why, again, any of that should be accepted on any level. And see, I've always said you gotta have a mental health sickness with you too. If you're going even to a point of still trying to have something with the person, there are some people who have still didn't. Oh, well, I don't care. You don't care. Then you know, guess what? The same way he gonna get looked at funny, you gonna get looked at funny. And if at some point they feel they gotta have child services or anything involved because there are kids involved, you know what to expect. Sorry, but that is real ridiculous, man. Choices that you're making, the decisions that you're definitely still moving with. Nah, that's not the way it's supposed to be. Really not. Yeah, I almost caught my anger back. My bad. I almost caught my anger back. But I do stand stern on that. That's the worst thing. Having the wrong people around you. And honestly, that is sick. Let's be honest, sick. Let's keep it honest. That's immoral to the highest power. And for some people who actually do still be around these people or try to support these people, you are the worst of the kind too. Because essentially you're saying you're endorsing them basically. Oh well, this happened when this was it don't matter. If it's still on your damn record, you ain't supposed to be around nobody like that at all. You can't even trust people like that. Honestly. But nowadays you got people trusting any and everybody. And that's the scary part too. Glad to have you back too, Shiki. I know the next time you disappear like that, you gonna catch one of these. I gotta get my pettiness back real quick. The next time you decide to go on a hiatus, who knows? You might catch one of these. It's all love though. It's all love though, baby. But it gotta rip into certain people's hearts for real. It gotta rip into people's hearts again that there are people out there who would actually still be around those type of people knowing what they did. And that's where distrust comes into hand. Because at some point, the distrust is going to get even worse, if not worse. And there are some people who, again, knew what was going on, but kept it under wraps. But because of the fallouts, now it's being exposed. And again, you got to look at yourself more than anything. Because there's no way you could tell me if you know what somebody was just coming home from jail from, you would still be around them or even think of getting with them. Whether there's a kid involved with them or not. You can't. And the sad part about it is that if you got a child with somebody who is a predator, guess what? At some point, now you got to tell your child the truth. And when your child does find out the truth and they do get older, that's going to be even worse too. Because the first thing that's going to come to their mind is why? Or they might not even want to be around you if they do find out the truth. Even if they know you. Any type of attacks like that, that's harmful. Because it's not just harming you, especially if you already got a family. But it's going to harm everybody around you. Because again, you can't trust nothing. You could be a danger to my child, nieces, nephews, anything. Or you could be a damn danger person that I'm sitting next to. Like, come on. I'm sorry, but this is the type of stuff that shouldn't be tolerated. And if the people are going to still resonate and try to build or be amongst those who are deviants and predators, then y'all just as bad and y'all need to be exiled as well too. You want to be happy with that person, go ahead. But the society should not have to worry about you and that person. Y'all need to get the hell up out of here. That's my overall human opinion on it. crazy, man. Because again, now these are the kids that have got to live with and face whatever. Scalp hurt. My bad, y'all. I gotta roll up another one. But you hate hearing stuff like that. And again, you gotta be sick and delusional if you still gonna even have anything with a person that's on that line. I'm sorry, there's something wrong with you. And the crazy thing about it, depending on the nature of the crime, it could be to a point where you done messed yourself up for life. Like you can't get nothing. Things that you might need, you ain't gonna be able to get them. Sickle, what's going on, my guy? That's the saddest thing again because it's being presented too often more than anything. And again, depending on the nature of the crime, 9 out of 10, you could be messing up your own livelihood to a point where you can't get no type of employment, not even off the books. You might not be able to get certain documentation because of that. So you are essentially again messing yourself over in the long run. Again, a lot of you people out there, it's really time for y'all to really start being mindful and watching out what you need to watch out for. See, in my area, at least, if we thought we got wind of something like that, oh, that person wasn't coming back around. Definitely wasn't. Because 9 out of 10, the next time you did come back around, you wasn't going to be leaving. See, when you do got real men in the community that really stick on that principle, you ain't trying to hear that. Not trying to hear that. And there's nothing you can say to try to justify, rectify anything. Because again, everything in life is a damn choice. And if you want to choose to move the wrong way and move the deceitful way, then guess what? At some point, you get what's coming to you. This is why I said it is time for everybody to start back standing on principles, especially with the things going on in the community. Because again, essentially, the kids are the ones that are getting messed up in the midst of all of this. But even if you already got kids and you just trying to find somebody, make sure that that person is who they are. It might be some things they don't tell you, but if they do tell you, you got to make sure that's exactly what it is. If they telling you if they telling you they did have an arrest or they did come home and it's from something else, make sure that's what it is. If they say he just got home from a crime with assault, make sure it's not a sexual assault. But 9 out of 10, you know how some people do when they come home, they're gonna show you papers on what the hell they went to jail for. But if they don't show you papers, 9 out of 10, that's because of that. Because apparently, for some people, that's not so much as a badge of honor, but it just goes to show you that this is what I got arrested for, and This is was the nature of my crime and why. That's it. But again, if they don't show those papers, then 9 out of 10, you know it's probably because it was a sexual attack along that way. Because a real man or woman, even if they do get into a situation where they're about to build their life over again, they do find somebody, they are normally going to tell the truth. And if they don't tell something, or if they omit something, 9 out of 10 is because it was for that reason. DJ is, what's going on, my guy? Again, that is like a badge of whatever when it comes to certain people that come home. Those papers, those documents, basically saying what and when and whatever. But if they don't give you that or present that, 9 out of 10 is because those cases, yeah, you did something you wasn't supposed to be doing, and you trying to keep that away from the people. But at some point, you can't keep those type of crimes that have been committed. Can't keep them secret. At some point, they become public information. Anytime you go through the system one way or another, and whatever you was in there for becomes public information. If somebody got arrested recently and they ain't tell you why, you'll find out why. Best believe that. You will find out why. But again, I've always felt the best course of safety is just, again, being safe with who you are around and who you really let into your world. And sometimes you just gotta pay attention to the sign. If it looked too good to be true, sometimes it might be. But other times, if it is too good to be true, at least in your book, 9 out of 10 it is true. And if it's not a sexual attack and it's a physical attack, I don't think nobody would really want anybody around their kids if that's what it's going to be. Again, y'all gotta be mindful of who you are putting around your kids. Just be mindful who you put around your families and the people around you, period. Because guess what? If you got a group of people that don't like hearing things like that and they really stand on stuff like that, guess what? You putting yourself kind of in danger because now if they find out what it is with that person you with, they ain't trying to hear nothing you saying. They not. It's either that or they gonna look at you funny. Because that's gonna be the first thing they ask. Well, if this person is this, why the hell are you? That's gonna be the first thing they ask. And I've honestly always felt that way since a kid. If you got caught doing something like that, you don't need to be out in the public. You don't need to be out in society because guess what? There's a chance you might do it again. I believe once you do certain things, you're gonna always do it. If you was getting away with it, you're gonna always think you're getting away with it. Those are the type of people that should be feared because again, you don't know what can happen. And I would say you're just as bad as a murderer because guess what? You essentially are taking somebody's life when it comes to these type of attacks. You are taking a piece or not taking a whole life. You don't know how some of these people are going to react, if they even going to get their mindset back and get back to some sort of normalcy. So you are essentially taking a life and a pride. Yeah, you need to stay the hell in jail forever. That's my view and opinion on it. I don't know, just it's weird because again, in this age right now, it should be more protection. It should definitely be a little more awareness the way it's supposed to be. But apparently, again, this is a world where nobody cares. If it didn't happen close to their family or anything, we don't care. Definitely appreciate you for dropping all those links, serious baby. Frugal Mama, what's going on, baby? You already know if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. And if y'all new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. But definitely share this one out too, because again, I would want everybody to be aware of what's going on. Again, if you find out something that ill and that dastardly, nah, you can't keep that secret. You gotta let the people know, even your family know. It will never sit right if you was holding on to information like that and then you didn't say nothing. My bad. I'm trying to really get all my thoughts clear because my scalp really still hurt from this morning. Exactly. Exactly what I'm saying, Sunshine. That's why I said it's just, and you'll have some people that still will go with it, which is the sad part about it. So again, if you're gonna still essentially give that person any type of whatever, then you need to be with them, and y'all both need to be exiled because you can't be trusted. You can't. And that's just me saying that because it doesn't matter if it, again, if it was a child, an adult, or even a teen. The fact that you're on any type of registry, it don't sit right. And it don't never sit right. And if you got people who still are gonna try to defend them, then you're just as bad as them. Because again, everything is a choice in life. What you decide to do essentially lies within you. I don't know. It's just it's crazy because again, what are you willing to accept and not accept? Essentially, you have to do better. And there are some that if there was a situation like that where they find out the person is on something like that, they get away from them. And they make sure that when the time is right, they give the proper information, especially towards the kids. So this way they know what's what. You're gonna have a small handful that still, if they do have a child with a person that you come to find out is a predator, some people will still try to quote unquote put them around the kids or put them into the situation. No, no. I'm sorry, that's just always been me. No. God said that, and I'm saying this again. That's the only time I feel no man should be around their kid is if they are on those type of registries. You got some who are not on the registry, but got something on their record only because of something that wasn't true. And it's a small handful of them. Small handful. Had somebody who was that spiteful, and because you wanted to make somebody suffer, you lied and made all sorts of whatever to the point where that person can't be a part of their child's life. I've seen stuff like that happen. But I ain't talking about those who are just victims of um not so much as just a seat. Victims, period. This is why again you gotta be mindful of who you picking and who you choosing and dealing with. And if you ain't going with no protection, then you don't really need to be doing a bunch of nothing. Sorry. I'm talking about those who made a clear choice and knew they could have made another choice and still went with that choice. Nah, y'all got to get the hell up out of here. There are some people now who are clearing up their names because they was falsely accused of crimes like that, right? And I could respect those ones, especially if they really didn't do nothing. I've seen a few stories like that. You done lied, you done been manipulative and deceitful and even hateful and spiteful because you are mad that man either don't want to be with you or probably wanted to move on, or y'all had some sort of disagreement and you would decide to even do something like that to a point where they done got some sort of charge like that put on them. Falsely imprisoned and all. There are some people who are coming home from those type of crimes, and that still again messes people up. But again, those are different people. I feel bad for those because y'all was just victims of circumstance, especially with the wrong individuals. But everybody else that knows they making a clear decision on what they're doing, nah, you don't get no love over here. You gotta go. You got to. Yeah, because Shiki, you got people who, like again, you got some people who are just coming home that you thought they actually did these crimes and come to find out they didn't. So I feel bad for those ones because it's like you got a portion of your life taken. You had to go through all the nonsense and the madness. People actually thinking this is what it was with you, and they come to find out that's not even the truth. You can't give a person back their life when they went through all of that, and you can't make things feel better because they already feel a type of way now. But for those who are just making a clear decision to do it anyway because they just following their sick urges, y'all should be the ones that stay in the jails forever. Either that or get exiled. One of the two. I'm gonna need the law of the land to come back in certain instances like this. Sorry. But again, it's essentially a decision on who and what you put around you. And if you're putting the wrong stuff around you, then guess what? This is the results you're gonna get. And I feel bad for those who might have been pregnant and didn't know that this was the situation with the person that they having a kid with or got a seed with. Because guess what? That's going to be awkward on all ends. It really is time for a lot of y'all to really just open your third eye for real. Because it's getting real crazy and spooky out here for real. It is. Even down to the pastors, you can't trust too much of nothing. You can't. It's hard to. Yeah, I think that's all I can really say right now without trying to go off the deep end today. Again, some of you young men and young women, be mindful of who you putting in your life and be careful on who you are bringing kids in the world with. It be your luck you bring something into the world with somebody and you come to find out they've been unsavory and been deceitful the whole time. And again, for those who know for a fact you trying to hide these type of crimes, it's never going to be hidden because it will always be a simplest thing of getting public records on you. And it will be shown exactly what's what. It's just it's sad because again, you know, if you're gonna sit there and do that, hold on, CC Pop, Come on, Cece, get up out of here, baby. No, you coming over here shadow hugging, baby. Yeah, I'm saying it on both ends, men and women. Be careful of who you putting around you, who you are having kids with, all of that. Definitely make sure that there's nothing unsavory that's going to damage or destroy everything. I'm sorry, but I'm tired of hearing stories like that, and it really just drives me crazy because again, it's just like if you come to find out information about a person, even if it's already happened, all right, still let it be known. Facts, Miss T. But this is my thing, period. Even if you are with one person, you still got to be mindful, making sure that they are not on any type of registry or making sure that they don't have anything again that could be a danger to you in that relationship or that marriage. You don't want to be with somebody that's violent. You definitely don't want to be around somebody who has a drug problem, so on and so forth. But you definitely don't want to be with somebody you come to find out this is what it is with them. No, you don't want that. Well, you should not want that, but some people will still go with it. Because again, they be that hard up. They be feeling that desperate in life that they feel this is the thing they gotta do. Nah, you taking chances with your life. You got all type of sicknesses regardless. But even if you're giving yourself to just one individual, make sure that that individual is definitely worth it. I'm sorry. I'm trying to. Yeah. Let me get my mind off this before I snap. Because I'll be really ready to snap when I hear stuff like that. Because again, essentially, there are people who are being affected and involved around that. You know, and again, just think before you do. Yeah, some things that you know is wrong, and you should never tread those lines. But if you're going to tread those lines, just know it does have consequences and repercussions. Those consequences and repercussions you can never come back from because again, everybody will look at you different. And the ones that don't look at you different or the ones that do defend you, in my opinion, they just as guilty as you because they are trying to embrace you when that should never be embraced at all. Any type of sexual attack, any type of predatorial attack, doesn't matter on who, even if it is of the same sex, you gotta go. Oh, I ain't forget about that neither. That's my scalp hurt. That's another live, man. That's another live. Ah, but again, essentially, only thing I can tell y'all again is just have a logical mindset, especially even when you bringing people in your life. And if they're gonna be in your life for a long time, guess what? You better make sure the same way they open with you, you open with them. I was trying to bring this morning, but again, I had to get myself calm. I think I'm getting there now. Couldn't even laugh this morning about nothing. Even the funniest thing I did see and the funniest thing I went through, but I still couldn't really get too much of a good laugh. I got it at some point, and that was the most important thing. I can't give you what I got to give you if I'm that flustered and cluttered in the mind. You know, that part right there, Shiki, you cannot say it any better. There should be no secrets. There should be none of that when it comes to anything. And it definitely shouldn't be no truth admitted, especially on those lines, because that's the most dangerous line. Again, I want to see all of y'all doing better and making wiser and better decisions, man. But it's also time for the community again to really start banding up in arms and start really knowing thy neighbor. So this way, you know what to avoid and how to avoid it. Again, a lot of y'all gonna have to get involved, especially when you know there's neighbors or people in areas with kids, teens, even like just it's supposed to be all around awareness. Period. We don't see that. We really not seeing enough. I honestly just I'm tired of hearing and coming across stories like that, and it really is dreadful. Again, oh snap, that's the email I was looking for. My bad, y'all. Your boy got his birthday off. Hey, hey, I'm back now. Back. My bad. I had to take that off real quick because I was about to go left and get angry again. Thank you, email, for saving my life today. But again, young men and young women, just be mindful. Young men, be careful because even if you're not doing nothing, and even if you're not on that line, the minute you decide you either want to break free or things ain't going right, you better make sure that woman is not spiteful, vindictive, and will do anything to either destroy your life or keep you in her life. Because that's not the way things are supposed to be. Women, make sure you laying up with somebody, that person is not any type of predator or deviant. Period. It really is time to start making better decisions, even when it comes down to your personal business. Make better decisions. Don't laugh at me, Didi. Don't laugh at me. That was an email I needed anyway. I wanted to keep that as a little timepiece too for people. It is time to start moving more righteous. If your spirit don't feel good with it, don't go with it. Really is time to try to bring back society and the pride of, just having not just self love and love for the people, but protection for the people. And them kids are definitely supposed to be protected at all costs, even when it comes down to their heart. I think it would crush any kid to find out the reason why they couldn't be around either or parent is because of that. And that don't sit right with people. At least people from the outside looking in, that don't sit right. So nonetheless, just wanted to chime in with y'all on that. Just really give y'all a briefing. If I don't do this open discussion tonight, it could be tomorrow night. But I still might reiterate on this again. And matter of fact, let me see how I'm gonna do this today. Just in case if I don't have this panel tonight, yeah, I'll do that tomorrow night. And the link will be open in case anybody want to chime in. I think I'm gonna come back tonight with some music, definitely. Need to get myself even more in a happier mind space. There are things like that was always going to just tilt me the wrong way because it shouldn't be happening at all. But in this world, you can't dictate and control anything. You can just hope for the best and pray and hope that there's no sort of hurt or pain, at least on those lines. We gonna always have hurt and pain, but the pain and the hurt should not come from finding out things unsavory from the people that you thought you had something with or thought you loved. Can't say nothing else about that. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely come back. You know what? Let me see. Should be back about give or take 6:30. Yeah, I'll be back around 6:30. If y'all haven't, well, yeah, most of y'all already subbed up to the backup channel anyway, so I'll definitely set a reminder for that. Monday Madness is definitely in full effect, baby. And again, I want to thank everybody that's been a part of this growth and this build, and actually just having faith in your boy, basically. Can't move by sight or whatever alone. It does take faith. See, it's not that I don't got faith in the process, but if the people don't have faith in the same process, it kind of feels like you don't have it neither. I'm going to stand strong and adamant on this. And again, on some points, I'm not going to be bringing stuff here. That's why I'm trying to build both of those channels the way I need to. Again, I don't really deal with restrictions. I definitely don't deal with stupidity. Definitely not coming from faceless people. So, like I said, at some point, I'm going to be bringing all the real raw on them other channels. Appreciate you, Arias, for dropping all those links, baby. You've been a real big help, baby. But for everybody that's been a part of this, like I said, trying to put some other things in order. After the new year, I definitely got some things in order. So, and again, it's good to see that you can come across some good and great people, even while you building, however you build. I chose a process that I knew for a fact you probably get some backlash and even some hate from, but nonetheless, I'm one of those that are going to have that conversation until we really figure out where we are at and how we combat everything else. But again, today essentially was just know thy neighbor and make sure thy neighbor is not nowhere in the vicinity of that type of evil. Because again, they can't come back from that. Most people are not going to accept it, and the ones that do, hey, just as worse too. But let me start getting myself prepared. I finally got a chance to sit down. I'm about to bust down this food. I'm gonna try to get a playlist ready, but I don't really do playlists. I just play what I play. So But nonetheless, it's always a blessing to come in here and bring something with the people. And again, I'll be back around 6:30, so we're gonna definitely tune out. And if again not the open panel, I'll see y'all tomorrow with it. Y'all more than welcome to hit the link. Let me get up out of here and let y'all finish y'all day. I know most of y'all still got a Manic Monday going on, so if y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout outs to the replay gang. Shout out to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. For everybody that was in attendance today, y'all already know that love is love and it be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I can do is give you real. And that's all I'm going to do is give you real topics and real bills. Like I said, I'll be back in a couple hours. Let me get myself in order. But y'all stay safe. Keep that third eye open. And until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.